2011. I don't know why I can't select this, but project name, total area 36.6 that we got. And we don't have pre-development. We only have post right now because we are running through the post Landuse, right? So you just enter all of these numbers here. So A forest is 2.31. So A forest is 2.331. And whatever, like, 2, 3, 4, whatever you got from that file, this number.
For each area.
Yeah, D turf is 3.56. So D turf is here 3.56.
You got two
What?
decimals.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just acting too fast. B turf 6.39, 6.39. Maybe I'll just do all 3.5, 3.48 A turf.
So you're trying to do that for all of the LODs then? Since that's what
Yeah.
all that is?
Yeah, this is all, yeah, for all of these. So I may not do like all of that. I'm just showing you. So after doing all of this, you're gonna get the number here, right? So your total load reduction, whatever number, you're gonna get this number. For example, you got like maybe 25 pounds. Then, wait a second. I forgot to mention one thing. Okay, so your LOD, the LOD that I just exported, is that for like total LOD or is that for just one hawk? Because now we need to separate out by hawk.
That's your total LODs. That's all of them.
Oh, okay. So maybe when we export and when you run, we just run for one hawk at a time, like, and then we run separately for another hawk.
You have those hooks in DGN, right, Jonathan? So I just need to pull those.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of like separate out, like, like separate out the LOD by hawk.
So does that need to be done with just the LOD erosion control form separated by huck, or do you also want the LOD swims?
LOD swims, only swim.
Swim, wait.
Swim, yep.
Because for your erosion control one, I noticed the one that you have for the example, it's in two hucks as well, and you have those separated into two different.
Yeah, I mean you can separate that too, but yeah, it doesn't matter. For the stream, we definitely need to separate.
For the for everything I've been doing in the tool, or for those runs, I did it with the LOD erosion control, right?
So this run?
Yeah,
those are the LOD swims.
Yeah, these are the LOD swims.
That's why there's a lot
drainage. I thought those were the drainage areas.
These are the LOD swim, I think.
So you've got so the LOD swims have the LOD lines.
Oh, hold on one
that's
second.
The one that's got all the multiple, while the drainage areas, you've got the BMP drainage area and the overall drainage area for the proposed in the same one. And then you've got the one that you created before with your existing. So that will also need to be made into an existing file as well. And then the erosion control is going to be a combination of each huck's things together. So now if you want to, for this LOD swim, we can make two different DGNs, or else I can make two different line styles, one for huck 1 and one for huck 2.
Yeah, you can probably make two DGNs. That's fine.
Okay, one for huck 1 and one for huck 2.
Yeah, you can just separate at a border or something. Yeah, because in that way you can just run for like separately. Otherwise, it is giving you the total here, but your DGN, your one hawk maybe like just 20 acre, and the other hawk maybe just 16 acre, right?
Oh, okay, so it'll make a difference in what we have to treat.
Yeah, because you need to treat 75 and 25, 75% on site for each hawk. So that's the problem, and that's why we need to figure out like what is that 75% is.
Okay, let me back up.
So
When
for
I did all this GIS stuff, we used for determining the land use, I used the LOD erosion control, correct?
Oh,
that's
those
that's
LODs
okay.
swim.
That's okay.
And then
For land use, it is okay.
yes, and then in this is the drainage areas, right? Not the LOD.
This is the LOD. Right now, I'm this Excel sheet is the LOD. So I think you got confused, Eric. Let me show you. So I ran two different things, right? So here I ran LOD SWM. This is the LOD, and I ran another thing, which is your post outfall DA here. So this is your post outfall.
Yes. Okay, I thought that's all we did.
Okay,
That's the
so
post output.
here, yeah.
You ran LOD,
So here, let me show
but
you.
the LOD SWN, that's just like one big
Yeah,
shape, right?
this is what.
That so many.
Yep, this is your LOD, right? Yep,
Okay.
this is your LOD SWM. Yep. So it is running like a many drainage areas because it has the same principle as how it runs for the outfall drainage area, right? So that's why it is giving you 40 different, like if you see the list, it's like 40 different thing here up to 40. So it's 41 different things. So, but it's okay. But we are summing up here all of these smaller steps and getting this final number here. And that
Yeah.
final number, we're gonna put it in a here, all of this final number, the post-development land cover.
For the
'Cause that's
site.
Yeah,
that's
for the
entire
site.
thing.
And then you do one of these for each individual drainage area as well.
Yeah, for drainage area, I don't think it is necessary to do for the drainage area now for 30%. But we created the land use like for whole thing because I mean, if you are already creating a land use, then why not to create land use for everything, right? So that's the reason. But you need the total drainage area to figure out, like which kind of BMP you're gonna choose, and you also need in this tab here BMP treatment area. Your area that goes beyond your LOD, right? Sorry, the area that is inside the right of way. The area that is inside the right of way. So you need this. So that is why we created like a huge land use.
Yeah, because the thing is though, you've got some of the BMP drainage areas that go on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, because I remember you saying that's why we created the BMP treatment areas.
Yes.
But then the overall drainage areas, the BMP drainage areas go beyond
Yes.
the
Yes.
LOD.
Yep. Correct. So this is only inside the LOD. Right away. Actually, it is inside right away, but our LOD is going up to the right away, so it's the same thing. So we're gonna use that number here, and that number summation of those number will come up here totals, and that totals will be. We're gonna put that number around these rows based on our BMPs, and we can try to find the match. So for example, I'm just gonna do the random thing, okay? Just samples. For example, you have this scenario. I'm gonna just copy this thing and just put it here. So 36.6. Oh, I'm gonna change it like post development like 3.56. 5, 3, and something happened. So 10, I'm gonna do 2, 8, 10. So you got like 0.9 for treatments. My number is very bad, so that's why it is not giving me right number. How much I'm getting? Just 0.94. That is too bad.
Said that's
Something
too bad.
Yeah, like it should give you more, but I'm probably my numbers are wrong. Oh, I'm putting in turf, so I'm thinking here 5, this 0, this 0. Now it will give you more. Yep, 25. So this is your linear project. So you're gonna choose here. Where is that thing? Linear project. For some reason it is not allowing me to update. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Here it is. So now it will give you like another tab, which is 25.57. So we need to treat 25.57, right? So this 25.57 is, so this number are not correct now, but just for the assumption. So you need to treat 25.57 pound for the whole area, because this area is for whole hawk, like 2 hawks. But when we divide it up, so you will get like, maybe for example you get 15, and maybe you get like another 17 from another hawk. So you have now, for example, if you divide this 25.57 into 2 parts, maybe you are getting like 15 from one, and maybe you are getting like 12 from other. Then we're gonna treat like 0.75% of 15 on that hawk using BMPs, and we're gonna do same thing for another hawk. Like we're gonna treat like 9 on site, and whatever remaining is, we're gonna treat, we're gonna buy from outside, which is 25%. Okay, so this and this. So this is what we're gonna treat on site on that hawk. Maybe for example, this is hawk 1, and this is hawk 2. So this is total for hawk 1. This is on-site treatment. This is on-site treatment, and this is off-site. This thing is off-site treatment. So this spreadsheet will give you that values, and so here this 11.25 that we're going to achieve using these tabs. So for example, maybe we are doing some BMPs, right? Let me just try your BMPs. 2, 3, 1, 6. Let me try this. This is a huge BMP, 62 acres. So let me, okay, so this is 62 acres. This is a really huge BMP. Let me try choose a weight pond that is capable of treating the really large. If you go down, there is a weight pond here, the weight pond. So I'm going to do the weight pond type 1, level 1. So here the managed turf, summation of managed turf is 10. And summation of managed, impervious coverage is 52. So I'm going to do that, this too. Now it will give you phosphorus removed by practice is 58.54. So this number is really, really absurd. So let me just go down to like 10. I'm just giving too much. Let's look at 10. So 13. So we are treating like 13.09. And you can also see here, total phosphorus available for removal in DA. So in 20 acres, total available is 26.21, but our BMP is able to reduce, what is it, like 13.09, right? So you can get that here, like total phosphorus removed without runoff reduction practices in drainage area, tab A is 13.09. That is what we got. And I think in this summary table, it will add up everything here, and it will give you the total number from all of these BMPs we are treating. And that total number should be 75% for that hawk, 11.25. So right now we are giving like very random numbers, so it is already like 13. But summation of your BMP is 75% should be like 11.25, at least 11.25, right? That's the concept. So now I think our next step is our existing land use is also pretty much done, right? So we're gonna refine our land uses, we're going to define our regulated area, LOD regulated area for a swim. We define that, and we run for existing and proposed, and we complete this table. We complete this runoff reduction table for pre-development and post-development both, and we come up with that number, whatever that number is, for both hawks. So you have two hawks, so we run for both hawks. So we're gonna run this. We're gonna download a copy and save like two separate Excel sheet. So we have two different numbers, and we're gonna try like 75%, 25% for both hawks. And so general rule of thumb, I think you can also check BMP Clearinghouse website where, let me touch you, BMP Clearinghouse. So here, this is what we are practicing right now. So this is still a draft 2013, so we're gonna use 2011. So all of these are what we're gonna use, this BMP is, right? So for example, we're gonna use a bioretention or weight pond. So if I hit weight pond, it's gonna give you all the details of how to design a weight pond and how much contributing drainage area. So if you see here, maybe it's just a CBA. So if you scroll down, probably it should have something contributing drainage area like this. So a contributing drainage area of 10 to 25 acres is typically recommended for weight pond. So we select the BMP based on the area, right? So your I'm going to give you the basic rule of thumb, like your bio. So bio, the area should be less than 5. So less than 5. Sorry, less than 5. Is that how I write it? Less than 5.
Yes, I'm writing on my
Okay,
OneNote as well.
Yeah, extend the detention. The extended detention should be area should be like 5 to 10, in between 5 to 10, right? 5 to 10
acres.
Yeah. So it's just changing my into debt. I don't know. I'm just going to do text here. So 5 to 10. Delete that. So this is weight pond. So weight pond says like 10 to 25. All right. We just checked it. 10 to 25. So probably your drainage area will be pretty much between maximum 10 to 25. So you should be okay. If it is more than 25, you can put it into two weight ponds, or like divide it up. And also you can do the wetland, I think, but that is a little complicated. So I don't want to do wetland because this wetland is like huge. It takes a lot of space. And you can also utilize the dry swells, wet swells. So in between, like this kind of swells in the median or in the side, wherever you can, and that this also gives you some treatment values. There are wetland here. So let's do this. 5 less than. Let's do here. General rule of thumb. I'm just gonna just copy here. Okay. So the next step will be updating our LOD stream based on the right of way, right?
If they've got it done.
I mean, if they are not done also, I think, we try to run it based on our existing whatever we have right now. And we pretty much get the idea, right? Like how much we are getting, the phosphorus.
So, yeah, because so you're saying based off the existing right away? Or you're just running existing?
Of where you've estimated the LOD.
Yeah, you're proposed, and also like, I mean, it's your proposed right away, but your proposed right away goes and tie into the existing, right? So it's actually basically for kind of like a both.
Yeah, but it's just as I mentioned beforehand, is like with the proposed right of way, at least that was on the generic VDOT one that they did, it's not gonna fit everything, so it's gonna be, the LOD pretty much is gonna be our existing right of way. Or sorry, our proposed right of way as of currently. And then, like you said, based off of what these calcs and everything are, I guess that'll determine if we have enough area for these or not. If that makes
Okay.
any sense.
Let me show you our LOD SWM for one of the small project here.
That's gonna be my next question. And if you're saying we need to do it by drainage areas, okay? So does that mean that I need to shape all those,
Mm-hmm.
LOD, SWM pieces to the drainage areas as well?
Oh no, no, no,
Because
no,
it's,
no. Let me tell you how we're gonna do it.
yeah, because the
So,
way you got it on that spreadsheet is you've got your overall one, but then you've got the one we break up into the drainage areas.
mm-hmm. Okay.
So the thing
So let's,
is, if you have multiple, okay,
yeah, you have. So let me turn off everything for this and accept. So this is our LOE SWM, right? So you see the holes. I'm gonna.
mhm,
I was trying to exclude. So I'm gonna turn on the right away. So right away, I'm also gonna turn on the existing right away. I'm gonna turn off everything. You see, like here, this green line is a proposed easement. So it's just we need that proposed easement outside the existing right away. So we went up to that point, and we need some extra space. So we went like this. And here it is just tying into the existing right away, proposed right away is tying into the existing. So I just followed the existing here, right? And went inside the project, whatever our project area is. And this is the exclusion and something like this. So something like this we need to prepare, right? So if they don't have a proposed right away, then like set proposed right away. So we just follow what we need right now, like for the construction purpose. Like, okay, we need
okay,
the whatever area we need for construction. So we just
They
try
should,
to,
yeah, they should be using that to get their proposed right away, right? They should be
yeah,
at least.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if your drainage items like your BMPs and your pipes need like extra area to construct, then you just provide that to roadway. I mean, you just make your LOD like go out, just
okay, well, that's
do
what was
this, and
done then. That's
yeah,
what
and
was,
they will figure out. Like, for example, let me turn on my hydraulics file.
And you've got that, right, Jonathan? You already
yeah,
got the
that's,
LOD.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
but I
It's
think
just like, as I said, if they readjust their right of way to where it's
then,
larger or smaller and we have to readjust them in or out,
yes,
yeah.
that's gonna be the
Or
only thing.
yes, yes. We
So
need to.
that right there is what we'd have to tweak.
Right, right. Yep, it is. It is. I did ready process. So it is. It is like sometimes roadway changes and they change things, and we have to readjust, and we need to rerun again. So that's when our tools become more handy. We don't need to like deal with all that smaller areas. So we just
Cause
automate.
it's just a real quick,
Yeah.
put it in
Yep.
and run with
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Oh,
So here,
oh, that's
here, here,
fancy.
here we had to regrade this channel. So I updated my LOD like this, and so they went ahead and just updated the right away up to this point. So right,
so
and we needed this ditch here, so I updated our LOD like this, and they went ahead and they changed the right away up to this point.
Okay,
And similarly, like so we had a trap here before, so we removed that trap. So for that trap, they added this right away, but we don't need that trap, so probably they will reduce it. But I mean, it doesn't matter because it is already inside. I guess this is some easement here, so that may be okay. So this is all sheet flow areas. We have right away. I'm taking all that area because it is inside the right away. So contractor, we can go there and build things, sheet file, put sheet file or whatever. So we have a trap here. So this existing right away, this is a proposed temporary construction easement. Okay, so we have a temporary trap here. So for that, they extended this as a temporary easement, and we're going to remove that in proposed condition at the final condition. So we only have a ditch and pipe on the final condition. So things like that, like, so we just, for our drainage items, we will be more responsible for the area that we need. So we're gonna just tell them by extending our SWM and erosion and sediment control LOD. So if I turn on my erosion and sediment control LOD, let me turn on that, and it will become more clear, more.
Yeah, because
Basically
your erosion
the outline.
control encompasses
Yeah.
everything together.
Yeah, let me change the color of that so that it's more visible for you guys. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
because you said
the-
originally that was the one that combined all the LODs together and you had no space in between any of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this red line is my erosion and sediment control LOD, which is like a complete one step, right? But this blue line is my swim LOD. So I'm right now in LOD study the label override, so that's why it is coming out like that. So if I turn off that, so if you see here,
So
this is my erosion and sediment control. It follows exactly like swim LOD on the outside boundary, because for erosion and sediment control LOD also we have to go up to the right of way, similar to swim LOD. It's the only difference is the inside that we are excluding, right?
Right.
So that is not inside the swim LOD, this exclusion, but still that falls inside our erosion and sediment control LOD.
that's the next thing that we need, right? Is to
Yeah,
get
that's the
that
one
for
you
the whole
said,
corridor.
work on that one next.
Yeah.
And then with the huck too, I'll split it by huck.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
we need to do everything by Hawk now because we have two different
Okay.
Hawks.
I think that gets us, like, if we do that, that gets us far enough along. And then we will have everything to do the complete calcs, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. A calc
And
will be
then
pretty easy. Yep.
I'm still a little confused on how the LOD SWM gets put through the calcs, on how that
So
gets factored in, but
So LOD
is that
SW. So this is for
separate
LOD
from the
SW.
drainage areas? Oh, it's
Yes.
separate from the drainage areas. Okay.
Yeah. So
And
LOD
it's all
SWM.
combined. It's all
Yes.
combined into one.
Yes. So
Okay.
like for example, my LOD SWM has how many shapes I have. Let me turn off all others and let's see. Right. So I'm gonna clear.
Do we need to pull those into GIS and dissolve them into one shape?
No. You don't. You don't need to do anything.
You just use the
No.
DGN.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You can keep it like this in the region. So right now you see 1, 2, 3. So I have like 3 different areas for a swim, right? So if I run this, then I'm gonna get only you got 40, but I'm just gonna get up to 2, like 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, right? Because I only have
And you
3.
just use the sum total of everything.
Yes,
right?
I just use sum total to get like how much I have in each category, because those number I need to plug into this table, right? So that's why.
Your total project by huck. Do it by huck.
Yeah, by Hawk. Yes, my project is just in one Hawk. That's why I don't need to divide it up. But you guys need to divide it up by 2 Hawk.
And that's basically gonna say you need this much treatment for your whole project, and then we look at each individual BMP and run the tool.
Yes.
Based
So
on those areas, and that'll tell us, we'll
Yes.
get to some modeling, and that'll give us everything we need to do the HydroCAD and then figure out how much it's treating and everything.
So for
or not
example,
even HydroCAD, just selecting a BMP and then.
yeah, let me also show you one thing. Let me turn on my erosion and sediment control LOD, because that is also extended up to my right away, right? So for example,
click for me, Jonathan.
So for example, you have let me just change the line style. It's just annoying. I'm just gonna do single line style here. So for example, your BMP is here. How about your BMP is here, right? So this is your BMP. Now your BMP drainage area, let me do this. So your BMP drainage area is so something like this, right? So your this is your BMP drainage area. Let me change the color. So this is your BMP drainage area, and this is your swim LOD. This is swim LOD, and there you also have a erosion and sediment control LOD, right? So now for the BMP treatment area, the treatment area that goes inside these tabs here. This is the treatment area, right? So the area that goes inside that is only the area going to the BMP, but the area that is inside the right of way, right? So now your LOD is pretty much your erosion and sediment control LOD is pretty much going outside the right of way. So you only want to delineate the area that is inside the right of way. So how you do that? It's pretty easy. You just go and turn off. For example, right now I'm just turning off everything. Just select that, turning off the regulated area. I'm just turn on my. Oh, these are also in my regulated area. Yeah, so that's why it is acting up. So let me just change that to something, and it will not turn off. So let me just do this. Okay. Okay, so this is the erosion and sediment control LOD. This is exactly following the right of way, right? Because we extended this up to the right of way. This erosion and sediment control. So pretty much what you can take credit is whatever area inside this and this, like overlapping area. So you go in the credit region, you flood, keep original if you don't want to delete the original, and flood the area like this. This is the area that is going to the BMP, but inside the right of way. And let's see. And you do this for all of your BMPs. So this is your area, whatever that area is, and you use that area, run that area, just delineate all that area for all of your BMPs, run that area, and you will get something like this again for each areas, right? Each BMPs, and each BMP you're going to use this number here, right?
Yeah.
So
that is different than the drainage areas.
Yeah, that is
delineated already.
Yeah, that is separate than the drainage area you delineated already, because you cannot take credit for all the drainage area that is your BMP is capturing, because some of your drainage area is beyond the right of way. That VDOT doesn't want to count.
Okay.
That's why I think I already asked Jonathan to create next file, right?
Man, too bad it's already created, huh?
Oh,
It
you
is.
already nice, yeah. So yeah, so I guess
That's the BMP treatment DGN.
Yeah, I saw that. I think when I went to your folder.
Yeah, that one's got all that stuff in it.
Okay, got you. So you already have that then.
Yeah, see where it's at? It's down. BMP
Okay.
treatment.
Yep.
So that's it right there.
Cool.
And that's
Yep.
the stuff within the right of way. Your post DA has got your LOD, or sorry, has got your BMP and outfall drainage areas, and that's the ones that extend beyond the right of way.
Okay.
Nice.
See,
Okay.
I did do some stuff this last week.
Yep.
You did.
I mean, you have all of this formatting is pretty much. You have a name folder, all that. I'm based on our our Richmond standard, so it's pretty good. So we have the similar formatting.
Yeah, I know. I took these names and pretty much copied them based off of the email you sent, and then based off of that as a maps link that you sent that I've been comparing everything to.
Yep.
So that's what I've been doing, is naming them based off of that after I go into them and look at them and see what each one is and everything else based on what we need. So pretty much what I'm going to have to do, though, is make two BMP treatment area DGNs, one for each huck, two post drainage area ones, one for each huck. Then, of course, two LOD swims, one for each huck as well, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so pretty much two
Yeah.
of those.
You can just do like a LOD, SWM, and again underscore like Hawk 1 or whatever your Hawk is, and you can do another hawk. So you
Okay,
can do that way, yeah. However you want.
Okay.
We just need to be able to run it right individually. So
yeah,
that's it.
okay, yeah, and then pretty much I need to make an erosion control as well.
Yep. Yeah. User control is pretty similar. You just follow the outside
Yeah,
boundary, and you also include all these holes. So you.
yeah, pretty much it's just the outside parts.
Yep.
And you could probably just do one of the erosion control boundary because I can clip it with the Huck and GIS.
Yep. So what's the so our next step will be uh, making sure our LOD is correct based on the right of way and whatever roadway is thinking, and completely finalizing our land uses and just making sure when we export and make new shape files from land uses is to make the geodatabase, we're gonna export your final dissolve file. Yeah, otherwise it will throw errors. So we're gonna do that and make your post and pre geodatabase for land use and finalizing your reality. And I think we're running it and updating the VRRM, right? So next week, I guess we can see the VRRM numbers and types of BMPs.
That'd be the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. I think by next week we can fill all of this up to here, and we will determine like what kind of BMPs we are going with. Like whether we are going bios or we are going with like whatever I sent here.
Yeah.
Bio or extended detention or weight pond or I mean weight swell. I mean this is just the three list. So you have other also, right? So just go to the BMP clearinghouse and just check like other BMPs.
But are there certain ones that you just try to use? Like doing an extended detention basin is a lot of, I don't know if they've already set the design fee, but those are pretty intensive, right? Like you have to have
Yeah, I mean
several features. Like if they've already
if
set the design budget and we don't
ex-
have money to build a bunch of those,
extended detention and the weight pond is like pretty much similar.
Okay.
They are pretty much very similar. So I less than 5 acres, I usually go with bio because I don't think you can do extended and weight pond in less than 5 because the area is not sufficient. The flow is not sufficient for weight pond.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So we'll probably schedule a meeting earlier next week than the Thursday one once we get all this stuff ready to run the programs again. Or maybe we'll try if we run into anything at least.
Yeah. I mean, when you export this, your geodatabases, make sure you export from the fresh copy, right?
Yes.
For pre and post both condition, and let's run it. And your drainage area is perfect. I mean, I don't see any errors because like it was due to the land use. It was not due to the areas. So areas was fine. So I mean, we ran the for swim also, so it ran perfect. So everything is looking good. I mean, this is just so it will help us in FI stage like so much because this land use we are going to use